Hi everyone, so I did something crazy. I went for over 300% building health, all those building health guardians, and from offense, I left only one that's offense and defense, so only the troop damage. Troop damage is defense too, as that affects damage of troops inside the bunkers, and troops spawn that by your defensive engraving mind control. So troops spawn from that are affected by your offensive statue, the magma ones. Very low on power powder, as you may notice, 214, but I'm trying to continue my push. That's why I went crazy. If we take a look, I didn't move much upwards since last time. I'm 2,641 victory points now. But it's not so bad if you look on very top, and people on the very top in the same time dropped around 20 victory points because we did get a very strong proto troops this rotation. Very strong one. Like heavy choppers, critter cannons are like number one. So two very strong proto troops. And we do have still a temporary ability for another 18 hours, remote defib. I cannot use it much myself because I have no GBE. And on top of that, on the tribe, there is shock bomb, energy cost reduction. One of the most offensive, most powerful offensive tribes in existence. Next one, you may notice I didn't touch my grenadier health, as I learned from my previous experience that it will most likely boost grenadiers in enemy bunkers, which I don't want to do. And I'm not using grenadiers myself. How do I do without any offense with my attacks? It's tough. I don't want activity log first attacks. I failed twice trying to kill number 2 with heavy use of proto. I failed twice, I'm not gonna lie, it's not easy. So for most bases, I'm trying to reroll if they super tough for something easier. That was successful attack. So look at my offense. Only 64% damage, no health, no gunboat energy. That was so hard. I didn't expect it's gonna be so hard when I will remove all the offensive statue. It's harder than I anticipated. I cannot do much. So you can see this battle. That's a serious base. Like number 2 is still running a sky shield. 3 shield generators, so very hard to kill. I will accelerate at the end of this attack as, yeah, for obvious reason. I did use my entire time. There was 2 seconds left on the clock when I win this. So I almost lost that too, as I lost a little bit too many laser rangers on the approach. You will see my tiny mistake closer to the enemy bunkers. So I have no health. So anything hits my lasers, they are dead. Everything is so squishy. Even those heavy choppers and those heavies die fast. They do not last long. That's why I have the critter cannons and turret tossers. Everything. And here is the tough spot. So I did use a remote defib far back to distract those bunkers a little bit. But they still managed to pop some of my lasers. As you probably noticed, there's less of them than there was. But those turrets and constant critters, that's what allows me to approach and somehow win. But it is not easy. I will show you how my base is defending too. At this point, it's over. Like, my troops will clear it. Like, they killed the grenadiers. I mean, there is one left or so, but it will be dead now. So that's when it's cleared. I'm still going for the shield on the top. So let's do it 4 times speed. I'm sending a little bit troops on the top, and now the entire thing is accumulating enough turrets and critters to take down insane amount of health on this HQ. So look at that. That's insane accumulation of all those turrets and critters needed. So you may notice how the shield is going down faster and faster over time as I'm accumulating more and more on the HQ. to dish out enough damage. I couldn't go and kill shields, that would be too slow. I tried that, so I cannot go kill all the shields. That's the only strategy without any offense that works for me. And that's heavy usage of proto troops. Therefore, I have some bases on the map that I'm just ignoring until I can reroll them to something that has less than 240% building health. I cannot touch 240% building health without a lot of proto, especially combined with mind control. So I cannot tackle them now. That's a downside of my choice. How am I doing on the defense? So you may notice that my base is still being raided, but almost always thanks to proto troops. So here there are Dr. Vitamins. Then this one is using a heavy choppers, 2 boats. 4 flags is 2 boats. 2 boats of heavy chopper with a lot of offense, a lot of damage and health. Then another one, 2 boats of critter cannons. So that's heavy use of proto troops and 200% GBE. Another one, 4 boats of heavy choppers and 1 boats of melons. So that's a lot. Another one, this one, the only one without proto troops today, using rocket choppers, but you may notice 168% damage. So that's a lot of damage on it. And this one, again, Dr. Vitamins, they're insanely powerful. I don't have any left, so I cannot use them. Last day, I was raided 6 times by 6 players, so not too bad. This today, as I'm recording, it's 12 hours after the reset. Okay, 13 hours after the reset. So 13 hours in, I was already raided 6 times, but almost always with proto troops. So it's looking like there is hope, as people will run out of the proto troops. How much this boost gives me? Look at the health. Look at the health. That's a beastly health. Over 6 million health on my HQ. So everything is tough. If someone wants to GBE my grappler, look at that. 145,000 health on the grappler. So I'm hoping it's gonna work. If not, there is one more thing that number 1 player is currently testing. And when I'm scouting number 1 player, you can see 316% building health. This is my stats. I don't know why, but scouting is broken when you scout a leaderboard. And it's showing your stat, not the person you are scouting. So those are my stats on the right. 316% building health, it's my base. It is showing, for some reason, the number 1 player offensive stats. So 70% troop health, 64% damage, it's his stats. And I don't know why all the defense is currently on the beach. That was not like that last time I was taking a look. Maybe he's like online and trolling people. He was doing that in the past, so that may be it. Like when he's online, as he's certainly online, as his gunboat energy is boosted, he's just changing the layout to troll people. That's my bet. Is that not his layout? That's not what he will be running. Like, he has a very good layout. But what I wanted to show you, look at that. Masterpiece for gold production. You know why? He plays it to put 4 laser rangers in 1 bunker. And it's very tough to beat when there are 4 laser rangers. This bunker, you may see a smaller range. In this bunker, he has 4 laser rangers. So I may try that. If he will be going up, I may remove 1 building half statue and replace it with gold. I'm trying to make one. If I will be successful, I may attempt that. But I'm still observing if he will be going up. I'm trying to craft now a live masterpiece to get a gold, to put laser rangers myself. As to do that, you need a lot of gold. 1 is 12,000. I can put 2 and I will have no gold left. I want 4. I currently do have this Bombardier, as there was a lot of heavy choppers attacking me. And Bombardier is the only guy that can kill heavies. So normally I would have Grenadiers, but trying to counter the heavy choppers unsuccessfully. I don't know if any counter exists for heavy choppers. I did put this Bombardier and testing that out. So this is the update about the warships. I'm just farming now to unlock more engines. Fighting as little as possible. wins are no longer guaranteed. I am too much behind. I need keys to move forward, but I'm still quite high, 39 on the global, which I would say is really good. About the base, we'll see. I will keep you updated if I will be successful moving upwards, if I will replace one statue to put additional gold and laser rangers. About my successful defenses, so that's someone, I will show you one. Using proto troops, maybe I will show you more representative one. Those were weird proto troops over there. That's the most representative. That's common what was raiding me before. So Scorchers, Max Laser Rangers, reducing my eyes with engraving by 35%, with decent amount of offense. So that was usually raiding me before. Cannot do it anymore with amount of health I do have on my base. I will do double speed. So that's an example. And that's with all the offensive power of remote defib and cheap shock bombs. So somehow my base succeeded. They are, you can see that's their normal strategy. They still try to GBE my grappler, but with 300% health, it's just not possible anymore. You cannot GBE down a grappler that has almost 150k health, as you will have no GBE for shocks. So that was the mistake of this person. Going what he was normally probably doing successfully many times on my base doesn't work anymore as I put too much health. So that's how I'm defending. It's a lot of diamonds and intel, but it will stop dropping. I noticed the game is cheating me, and when I defend too much, it's no longer giving me diamonds. So it will cheat me out of diamonds. What do you think? Will my push keep going? Or is it gonna be a fail with so much health? I don't know. You tell me. And that being said, thank you all for watching, and see you all in the next one.